1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go.
And you drank it in. I remember your ways, and you and me in a sad embrace. But I remember a place where you pulled me close and you kissed my face. Will I ever see you again? No, my sacred cow. That was then, this is now. If life's a stage, then take a bow. Will I ever see you again? No, I don't think I'll ever see you again. Will I ever see you again? No, I
Yeah. Let me just announce the show and we'll get started. Yeah, okay. BOOZHOO, everyone. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about... Where's the intro? Here we go. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. My name is Michael Lyons. Michael Lyons, an Indigenous cause. And I'm the, what would you call me, Natasha?
You're the rock star cartoonist.
Yeah, okay. I'm Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. But I'm also the, producer of the show? Director? Creator?
You're everything.
I'm everything. But, welcome to, this is a podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. And, this is Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Natasha. Say hello.
BOOZHOO Gakina Awia. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show.
Now, please welcome the star of the show, NANABOOZHOO. Take it away, buddy. Miigwech Niji. Thank you so much. Okay, BOOZHOO. Welcome to the show. Oh, you guys really did a nice job with that song. Oh, will I ever see you again? Yeah. Now, which of those girls is that song about? That song's about, I think that one's about Jennifer. Really? To be honest, I don't really remember. Hey, everyone. Michael Lyons and his broken-hearted songs. Will I ever see you again? Hey, baby doll.
Well, hi, sweetheart.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Natasha.
BOOZHOO Gakina. Hello, everyone.
So what's going on this morning?
Oh, not much.
Oh, that's really good coffee, sweetie. You outdid yourself this morning.
Get out of here.
What was the recipe?
Oh, I added hot water to coffee. And there's your coffee recipe.
Old style. How do you like your coffee? Do you like it with cream and sugar?
I drink my coffee black.
Black. Do you like your coffee like you like your men? Black.
Get out of here.
What? You know what I like about coffee?
That it helps you go to the bathroom.
Yeah, actually.
I don't want to hear about that.
Not that I need help. Man, you could set your watch to me. You know what I'm saying? Wally Bear?
Oh, is Wally Bear here?
Yeah, he sure is.
Hey, BOOZHOO, Wally Bear.
What's going on, Niji? Oh, and good old Diane's here.
Well, Diane, how are you?
Diane. Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Two American kids. Jack is gonna be a football star.
Diane, bow-doo, da-la-la-la. On this Neo-Geisha Good. Just the second day.
It's the second day in a row.
Is it really Tuesday? Or is it... Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yep.
Neo-Geisha Good. Tuesday. Second day, sweetie.
And what can you say about the second day?
What can I say about Tuesday that hasn't been said before? Oh, Diane doesn't like me calling her good and old. Good old Diane. Good old Diane. I'm sorry. I mean evil young Diane. Let's see. What are we going to talk about today, sweetie?
BOOZHOO Gakina Awia. Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah. BOOZHOO Gakina Awia. Hello, everybody. Mino Giga Jabe. Good morning. Why don't you join us? We're just going to sit here, have our morning cup of coffee, have a little conversation, maybe discuss some Ojibwe words, maybe talk about Ojibwe culture. I don't know. Can't always tell what's going to happen on a live stream.
You want to take a call?
Already?
Yeah.
Who's calling the house at 7:35 in the morning?
I don't know.
I think it's the white guys from the village people. What? Yeah, it says the two white guys from the village people. Okay. Hey, Chamokes. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey there, NANABOOZHOO. It's us, the white guys from, the village people. Hi, guys. Hey, NANABOOZHOO. Okay, this isn't going to work. What? Today is Ojibwe word of the day. Chimokaman is the Ojibwe word for a non-Indian person. And no, it doesn't mean cowboy and construction guy. It actually means long knife. But what can I do for you fellas? Well, hey, NANABOOZHOO, just wanted to call in and, learn the Ojibwe word of the day. Yeah, I hate your voice. Why? I don't know. Yeah, Ojibwe word of the day. Do you guys even have names? I don't know. We're just the white guys. Yeah, okay. Listen, man, I gotta go. How do you say goodbye? We say Gigawaba Min, Minawa. Well, Gigawaba Min, Minawa, NANABOOZHOO. Yeah, no. Not wild about the, what was with his voice? I don't know. I think it was just a stereotypical gay white guy voice. I could kind of tell that he wanted to sound a little bit like that. Who was that gay cat in the cartoons? I know who you're thinking of. Weren't they all gay in cartoons? Yeah, but shiver me timbers or whatever he said. That pink cat. Not the Pink Panther. Pink Panther was straight. I know! Why was the Pink Panther straight? He was pink. I don't know. Pink Panther is totally straight. Bugs Bunny's transgendered. Well, he would cross-dress, but I don't know if he identified as a woman. Yeah, maybe he didn't identify as a woman, but he would kiss that old Elmer Fudd. But there was that one kind of lispy... It was from Hanna-Barbera. I don't remember. But I got no time for stereotypes on our show. That's wrong. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wally Bear's coming in with the coffee, the cigarettes, the donuts, pizza, bananas, a croissant, or however they say that in French. All kinds of breakfast stuff. Oh, wow. He's pulling out the whole Gigaje Ba Wiesenen. He's the breakfast food. Yep. Good breakfast. Starts with coffee, cigarette, and then a donut. Then some cold pizza. And then a banana. You got a potassium. Then you need your banana. And something from France. And some bacon and waffle. And a pancake. Eggs. Oatmeal and beer. That's some breakfast, Wally Bear. So today, you like how my tone of my voice is always like announcing, for today, listen up, get your pens out. Anin, Eiji Nikazoyan. Hey there, good looking. Oh, get out of here. Anin, Eiji Nikazoyan, what is your name? Natasha Nindisha. Oh, is that right? Natasha Giddijanakaz? Hey, yeah, Natasha Nindishanakaz. Nin Dijanakazo, or whatever. Dijanakaz, whatever his name. But when you say my name or I, when you refer to yourself, you say Nin. Nindijanakaz. NANABOOZHOO. Nindijanakaz. But if you want to say your name, you would say Giddijanakaz with a gi. Giddijanakaz. And these are some useful Ojibwe phrases you can learn to ask somebody their name. Anin. Eiji Nakazoyan. Anin. Eiji Nakaz. What is your name? And you know what's good about using this sentence? What's that? It also tells that other person that you know a little Ojibwe. because you're asking something in Ojibwe. Yeah, huh? So, ani, Asian Nakaza. I think this might have been one of the first sentences I ever learned. Oh, really? Yeah. And then Nanaboozhoo, Nindijan Nakaz. Oh, this is a... You know what we say here a lot? Like when Natasha goes out to pray. She's always thanking the Creator just for listening to her prayers. So she'll say, Miigwech is our word for thank you, or thanks. Miigwech. And you know, the BOOZHOO crew already knows this, but if anybody's watching this in the future, maybe this is your first time here, maybe you've never heard the Ojibwe language. 2 I's in Ojibwe makes it E sound, like miigwech. Don't be walking around saying my gwech, because, you know, people will think you're silly. Yeah. And then E's sound kind of like A, as in the word Ojibwe. We never say Ojibwe, we say Ojibwe. So it's like miigwech. Miigwech. A lot of people just say miigwech. Yeah. Miigwech. Thank you. And then ga is our word for 4. And like we'll say gaiji is like for this, gaiji, but ga. And then bizandawieg, to bizan is to listen. I thought bizan meant shut up. Well, it's also the word for shut up. Sometimes people will start their speeches, will be like, bizan. And I'm always like, what? You bizan. But what they're really saying is listen, or be still. Bizan, listen. But if you want to make it a verb, you got to add that dawieg. Bizan dawieg. Miigwech bizan dawieg. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to our songs, to listening to our morning banter. Our morning chatter. Yeah. What's that called when they do this in the news? It's back and forth. What do they call that? Yeah, they always have a little... Is it banter? I guess it's banter. The meaningless in-between talk that TV hosts have. Oh, did you have a good weekend? Oh, I had a lovely weekend. How come Terry Bradshaw is still on TV? I know, that's one of those weird things. I never watch football because who cares? But Terry Bradshaw lost his hair when he was a football player, when I was a child. And he was part of a football, what do they call the team? Yeah. The football team. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers or something. Way back in the days of the grandfathers. So he was a big deal in the 80s or something. And they said, hey, let's get Terry Bradshaw to read the sports news or whatever he does. Well, I just found out the other day he's still got the same job. 30 years later. 35, whatever it's been. Why? I don't know. Maybe he's really good. You think Terry Bradshaw is really good at his job? Well, he's a good quarterback, wasn't he? Yeah, I don't know. But there are some people, you don't know why they have jobs for so long. Why does Vanna White have a job? Is she still alive? Yeah, I think so. I think if you tune into, number 2, why is Wheel of Fortune still on? It's a good show. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Watch some people play a ridiculous game of essentially hangman and win money and prizes. They've got some aging model named Vanna White, who when I was a kid was like a model, whatever. I don't even know what she looks like anymore. Probably the same because she's made out of plastic. But she's still got the job of, oh, can you give me a G, Vanna White? And, she goes, turns the letter G. I'd like to solve the puzzle. All right, for $1 million. Remember that South Park episode? Oh, with naggers? Yeah. There's a South Park episode where guy goes up on the Wheel of Fortune and he gets all the letters except one. The letters up there are N space GGERS. And the clue was people who annoy you. And he's like, would you like to solve the puzzle? And he goes, well, I know what it is, but I don't think I should say it. Time's running out. And he just yells the N-word. And I hate using that term, the N-word, but we're on YouTube. But it turns out it was naggers. And he was like, oh, nagger, right. People who annoy you. Yeah, naggers. Anyway, but why does Vanna White still have a job? They couldn't figure out, they couldn't let some, I mean, there's only so many jobs for models. They can move letters on Wheel of Fortune. They can do that little gesture over a car. You win a new car. And there's some model there going, here's a car. Yeah. But no, Vanna White's, I think she's 106. Yeah. And she's still got that same job. Why do they keep these shows on the air? Why do they, what, she's so beloved? The country would stop watching if Vanna White wasn't on Wheel of Fortune? I don't know. It's a mystery. But you know what else is a mystery, sweetie? What's that? The phrase, I'll see you again. What do you mean? Well, the fact, how come we don't say goodbye? I don't think we had goodbye in our language. Yeah. It's a mystery. We say, Gigawabamin, min, Minowa. Some people say Minowa. If you're from White Earth, you say Minowa, with just one N. That's the way I said it for most of my life. And then I actually looked up the spelling and went, oh, it's Minowa? Hey, Minowa. Again. I will see you again. And the way I heard it was that goodbye comes from England when they used to say Godspeed or God be with you. God be with you. And also with you. Oh, isn't that a church thing? That might be a Catholic thing. God be with you. God be with you. And then they just got lazy and were like, hey, God be. And then pretty soon it's just like, hey, goodbye. But that sounds weird. I don't know if that's true. What else could it be? I think it's because, it probably is that reason. Gigawabamin, Minowa, thanks for watching. And thanks for listening. Miigwech, Gabizin Dawieg. And you have been watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. So there's that. There's that. You want to take another call? I could. Let's make it not somebody whose voice is ridiculous. David Bowie's on line 3. Line 3? No kidding. Hello, David Bowie. Welcome back to the show. Hello, NANABOOZHOO. How are you? Oh, I'm doing really well. We're just having some coffee talking about Vanna White and that. What can I do for you? Well, I was wondering if I might learn the Ojibwe word of the day. Yeah, sure. I'll teach you some Ojibwe. Did you know that Tuesday is called the second day? Oh, is that right? Yeah, we say Nijo Gija Good. Nijo Gija Good. The second day. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, it is. You had a couple of songs with the word Tuesday in it, didn't you? Well, one of my earliest hits was Love You Till Tuesday. Yeah, that was a good song. My heart's aflame and I'll love you till Tuesday. My head is a whirl and I'll love you till Tuesday. Love, 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 love you till Tuesday. Love, 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 love you. I'll love you till Tuesday, sweetie. Ah! And then you had Thursday's Child. Oh yes, that was quite a nice song too, I believe. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday born, I was Thursday's child. Yeah. I can't think of any other Bowie songs with the word Tuesday in it. Well, I'm sure it'll come to you. Yeah. So what's going on? Oh, I was just watching a show, having a spot of tea. Oh, you weren't drinking coffee? Oh no, dear me. I'm from England, so I enjoy tea in the morning. Yeah, but I also thought you drank coffee. Well, I do drink coffee, but I like to wait until after I have my morning tea, and then I have coffee. Say, Nanaboozhoo, yeah? How would one say tea in Ojibwe? Well, we would call tea, if it was hot tea, like you're probably having this morning, we call that OJIBERISH. OJIBERISH. Yeah. And OJIBERISH is kind of like the tea leaf. And cold tea, we just call it OJIBERISH. But if you have to sip it, like if it's hot, like when we say coffee, we call it black medicine water. But in this context, it's black medicine wabu, because it's tea, or it's water you sip. Or a slurp. So tea would be OJIBERISH abu. OJIBERISH abu. Oh, that's quite lovely. Oh, thank you. Well, I guess I best go. I have to finish my tea and then get back to being dead. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, it's quite all right. Yeah. It was weird when you died. Oh, why is that? Well, I don't know. I felt sad. I felt like I lost a friend, even though I never met you. Well, I call you all the time now, don't I? Well, yeah, now, but when you were alive, I never heard from you, but I kind of, paid attention to you most of my life. I remember when David Bowie died, I was sad, and it occurred to me, I said, if somebody asked me, what do you think of David Bowie? Yeah. I wouldn't have said, oh, I appreciate his music. I would have said, I love David Bowie. Yeah. And, what do you do when somebody you love dies? You cry. I did. Yeah. So you made me cry, David Bowie. Oh, dear me, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Thanks for dying. Although, did you really die, or is that fake? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I bet. All right, I better let you go. Remember how to say, I'll see you again? Well, isn't it, Gigawabamin Minawa? That's right, buddy. To say goodbye, we say, Gigawabamin Minawa. But we don't say goodbye. I will see you again. Well, I will see you again, Nanaboozhoo. Gigawabamin Minawa. Yeah. Gigawabamin Minawa, David Bowie. Well, you too, dear. Gigawabamin Minawa. Okay. David Bowie. I know. What's your favorite Bowie song? We've done this before. I can't pick one song. It's probably off Young Americans. You think Young Americans is your favorite album? Probably Young Americans. Maybe Scary Monsters. Yeah. How about Let's Dance? Even Let's Dance I still listen to. Yeah. I like old Bowie. From my cold dead hands is here, sweetie. No way, BOOZHOO, cold dead. Cold dead. Cold dead says Heroes. Yeah, Heroes is a pretty good album. I like that song. We can be heroes just for one day. Oh, we recorded a version of that. Yeah, you and Michael did. Yeah. We could be heroes just for one. And Gwen Carley's here too, sweetie. No way, BOOZHOO, Gwen. Good morning, Gwen. Mino Gigajabe. We're just remembering David Bowie this morning and Vanna White. Rest in peace, Vanna White. I think she's still alive. Oh, is she? Yeah. Well, then wake up. Get back to work. Those letters aren't going to turn themselves. That'd be a good job for you. What's that? Be the new letter turner on Wheel of Fortune. I could do that job. Yeah, of course you could. We should host a game show. That's a great idea. We should do an evening game show, like a real game show with the audience. Yeah, how could we do that? I know how we could do that. What's that? We could do during a live stream, come up with like trivia questions. And then the first person or whatever writes in the right answer, we could send them a prize, like a coffee cup or a book by Michael Lyons, the rock star cartoonist. You know, that's a cool idea. Yeah. Heavy Flow says we should host bingo. We can host bingo for sure. We should go out to the casino and do a bingo. Yeah, how cute would it be if you were doing the bingo? Yeah, I could do it. B9. B9. Your cancer is benign. Would you relax? I don't know. Anything going on in current events? FBI raided Donald Trump's home. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. We're going to get that scoundrel yet. That's actually pretty scary, you know, that like the current government is like raiding the former dictator. We're living in a banana republic, you guys. Whatever that means. I don't know. Hoka, hey, la-di-da-di. Hey, okay. So, what else should we talk about? Did you want to tell a traditional Ojibwe story? Oh, yeah, I could. Did you know that back in the days of the grandfathers, I can't think of one. Want to tell a Bible story? No. Why? Because I've actually, I just finished the Bible, you guys. You read the whole Bible? Well, I read the whole graphic novel of the Bible. Okay. No, I've never gotten through the real Bible. You can't. I don't know how people can read that King James. I mean, it'll put you to sleep. But, you know, I've been paying attention. I've been reading about the Bible for a few years now. Well, my whole life in some ways. But I actually sat down a little bit every day and read the graphic novel of the King James Bible from Genesis to Revelations. And I could tell how much of the Bible I actually was familiar with, most of it. You know, after all this time and watching so many of those movies. Yeah, like The Passion of the Christ. I never saw The Passion of the Christ. You know, I was hanging around with my grandmother a lot in those days, and we thought it would be too violent. Too much blood. Yeah, how do you make an R-rated movie about Jesus? But anyway, I never saw that one, but, you know, like The Chosen and that stuff. And just growing up in, you know, Christianity and stuff. You know, people are still telling me, you should read the Bible. It's like, you realize I'm 55 years old, right? I'm not new to the story of the Bible. But, you know, I get into these conversations with Christian family members and stuff. You know, I'm always asking questions. Like, I want to have a discussion about it. Not that I don't know the answer and they do. But too many people are like, well, actually, you got to go to the Bible and it says this. That's your answer. And I'll go, wait a second. What do you mean? I still don't understand. And nobody does. Jesus died for my sins. You don't understand human sacrifice? Yeah, I guess that's what I don't understand. I heard it said before, but it's like, I'm not interested in starting a blood cult. You know, some sort of death cult with bloody rituals. But if I did want to start one of those, this is the language I would use. You know, the blood will wash away your sins. And they say, well, no, you have to understand, read the Old Testament. In the old times, they used to sacrifice animals to God and to Baal and to Moloch. So, when Jesus came, what you need to understand about the important story of Jesus, and never mind all his teachings about being good and that heaven's real. What's important to remember about Jesus is that he died on a cross. And because he came back to life, that meant he was... This is where it gets annoying. Because Christians will say, well, that's proved he was God. He was fully God and fully man. That doesn't work mathematically. And what about the Holy Ghost? So, he was that too. It's the Trinity. The 3 in 1. That makes no sense. Everybody's pretending that makes sense. It doesn't, you guys. But I'm afraid, you know what I almost think it is? What's that? I'm almost suspecting that Christianity and the Bible and churches and stuff and the story of Jesus has somehow been presented to us like Satan's behind it. So we would kind of go, that's ridiculous. There probably is no God. Because I still believe in the Creator, of course. I believe in the power of prayer. And I believe I have a soul, and I believe a lot of stuff. These are my beliefs. And there's a lot in Christianity and what Jesus taught that sounds true to me. Except, and I don't remember Jesus ever saying, one day I will die for your sins. I've come here to die, to wash away the blood, or to wash away the sins of children who won't be born for thousands of years. That's another one. He died for my sin. I wasn't even alive. So. Oh, somebody's calling. It's 8 a.m. I don't know if you guys can hear the phone ringing or not. What, is the microphone off? It's probably Missy telling us to turn the microphone on. Yeah. Sing a song. Make it happy to last the whole day long. It's Tom. Okay, we can call him back after the show. Yeah. Hey, cousin, I'm working right now. You obviously don't watch my show. I'll call you back when the show is over. Actually, should I call him back right now? You could call him and I could get up there. No, I'll wait till after the show. He's got to learn. You know what I should do? What's that? I wanna play the "Is She Really Going Out with Him" video. Okay. Yeah. And then we can turn the camera over to you. All right. Up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. But first, here's a song that was very big in the early 1980s. Where My Heart Lives. This is a song that we played a number of times on the show, but it's really good. By a guy called Joe Jackson. Now, some people think Joe Jackson was Michael Jackson's dad, and that's true. But he didn't write this song. And as far as I know, he doesn't sing. Is he dead too? I don't know or care. But not Michael Jackson's dad, but another guy called Joe Jackson. He wrote songs like Stepping Out Tonight. Oh yeah. And I'm the man. Pretty soon now, you know I'm gonna make a comeback. Yeah. But one song he wrote that was really resonated with me as a young guy was the song, Is She Really Going Out With Him? And it's about a guy who sees a girl walking down the street with some other dude, and he wonders, oh no, are they going out? Is she really going out with him? You know, she's married now or something, so I'm told. This is Is She Really Going Out With Him? And thank you for listening. Miigwech ka bizendawieg. Dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Pretty women out walking with gorillas down my street. From my window I'm staring while my coffee grows cold. Look over there, there is a lady that I used to know. She's married now or engaged or something, so I'm told. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Tonight's the night when I go to all the parties down my street. I wash my hair and I kid myself, I look real smooth. Look over there, there is Jeannie with her new boyfriend. They say that looks don't count for much, well so there goes your proof. Is she really going out with him? Is she really gonna take him home tonight? Is she really going out with him? If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Around here. Around here. Something's going wrong around here. Something's going wrong around.
Oh, it's just cute. Hey everybody, what's going on? Natasha Nindishinakas. Natasha is my name. Nindishinakas. Nieman Windham G-A-I-N-O Manungum. I'm happy to be here today. And, should I go outside and say a prayer? Yeah, I could teleport you outside. Why don't I go outside? Let me get rid of this. And say a little A. Put out some tobacco. Okay. I'm going to go outside. All right, let's see. Let me scan for your coordinates. Okay. And that's 1 to teleport. Just 1. Okay. 1 to teleport. Make it so, number 1. Oh, Agua Ching! I'm outside. Boozhoo Beneshiyag. Hello, birds. Boozhoo Beneshiyag. Hello, birds. What's going on? You don't say. What? He is such a shill. They're talking about Alex Jones. Have you guys heard about that? Apparently, he's been sued for $50 million or some ridiculous amount for saying that Sandy Hook was fake, is the news. And all it really is fake news. He's not even a real person. He's just an actor on the world stage, and it's a fake trial, fake news, fake. It's just a movie to tell everybody out there, to scare people, to say, hey, if you say something the wrong way, you could get sued, especially if you question the news. You go, oh, you better not question whether or not something was fake. Alex Jones did. And look at him now. But what's funny is that they don't, they didn't show any of the arguments. Like if people went back and looked at the story of Sandy Hook, and I don't even want to talk about it much here, because I'll get taken down. Because it's just censorship. You really are not allowed. I'm not afraid anyone's going to sue me, but, our show's not that popular and it's weird. Because, you look at the Sandy Hook story, and there are some just glaring questions that never were answered. It's like, what? Okay. How come one kid was so perfectly... the story is, I forget how many kids. 21, maybe? But everyone whoever his name was, he looks just like the kid who was against guns. Adam Lampert or something, Lanza. Everybody he shot died. Nobody was just wounded in Sandy Hook. In the story. They're like Navy SEALs who wouldn't have been that efficient at killing. They didn't allow anybody to bring in cameras. There's no photos of anything in that school. Not afterwards, not during, not before. They declared everybody dead within hours. Just on the news. It's like, if that really happened, there's just too many. It looks incredibly fake. I'll say that much. I'm not saying it's fake. I have no way of knowing. But it's for me, it's hard to believe. It's very hard to believe that was real. But people have been triggered or brainwashed to think you're going to get in trouble if you say that much. Why am I so short here? Okay. I don't know. Surrealist is here. BOOZHOO, Surrealist. Lying for money doesn't always pay. InfoWars is just a big, long infomercial. Well, I think it's just a big, long, fake news program. Maybe sometimes they tell some truth in there. But I think it's totally set up for deceiving the masses. Saying dead children are actually alive and we're just actors is psycho. Why is that psycho? We have no idea of knowing whether or not that was real. I don't think it's psycho to believe that somebody could lie and fake something like that. He was screaming at the mother of a dead 6-year-old in the witness stand. He's like a rabid animal. Yeah, he totally is. I'll give you that much. The guy is a dog. But what if the whole thing is fake? He knows it's fake. He's not like trying to tell the truth. He's just presenting a fake story that... Because now he's also saying it did happen. Well, what are we supposed to believe, Alex? Yeah, fat loop. I heard, actually, a lot of people say Alex Jones is, what's his name? Bill Hicks. There's a comedian called Bill Hicks who passed away a year before Alex Jones was put on the scene, and they look identical. And there's some suspicion that Alex Jones is just an actor. That's not his real name. He's not really any of that. All these anything you see on TV, except for us, we're 100% authentic. But everything you see on TV is just one big movie. It's all fiction, The guy playing Gary Trudeau is just a handsome actor. The dude playing Joe Biden is not really that
confused and stuff. That's just a character he's playing because they're trying to deceive us. Oh, look, your president's losing his mind. You know, the camera stopped rolling and that good actor who plays Joe Biden is like, oh, bloody, and he starts speaking in his English accent. Oh, bloody hell, I never thought there's bloody Americans would believe that I am Joe Biden. You know. Did you take the monitor outside with you? Yeah, I guess we did. Okay. My banana boat has a flat tire and is still cracked. The people who went to their children's funerals now, it's too real. Lying for money and shock value doesn't change that. Yeah, if it's real, it's inexcusable. Horrible. You know? But I don't believe anybody's dead. I think Elvis is alive. I think Michael Jackson's alive. I suspect David Bowie's still alive somewhere. Because I also kind of think that all the rock stars and movie stars are actors too. You know? And every once in a while you kind of see on the other side of the curtain, you go, wait a second. Yeah. Brian Souls, he's a soul man. Do. Packed house, for heaven's sake. What time do we start today? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I came on kind of early. Well, I was going to come out and say a prayer. Put out my tobacco. Go pray for the soul of Alex Jones. Who are some people? They say we're supposed to love our enemies. Pray for, your enemies. I don't really have any enemies. But I've heard, it was actually a Buddhist thing once. They said if you have hard feelings about somebody, give them a gift. Go out, buy a gift for somebody that you're really having a hard time loving. You hate somebody, go buy them some nice, get them a nice pair of wool socks and wrap it up. Show up and say, hi, brought you a present. And there's something about the act of giving a gift to somebody you hate that'll make you kind of love them. And it might change the nature of your relationship. Giving gifts of wool socks is underrated. Anyway, let's see here. Got a little pinch of Asema tobacco. Get you, Manadu. Taka we tukawishin. Please help me. For Great Spirit, please help me. Please help me to speak well today. Taka we tukawishin. Minawe nungum. No, I'm sorry. Ando minawe nungum. Please help me to speak well today. Thank you for the weather. Thank you for this weather. Miigwech gaiji webak. Thank you for the birds. Miigwech bizindawi egg. Thank you for my life. Miigwech gaiji mamadazian. Oh, and please forgive Alex Jones. Please forgive mainstream media and all their deceptions and the lies to the masses. Please forgive those who are trying to brainwash us. Please forgive TV for programming generations of people. Please forgive forgive all the forgive all the people who annoy me. Please forgive those who really annoy me. Because, I'm so perfect myself. Nah. Thank you for listening. Miigwech gabizadawig. Ape inge. Amen. You're asking me, will our love grow? Going in Gakane Dunzine. Stick around and it may show. Going in Gakane. Boop boop boop. Dunzine.
BOOZHOO.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, you ready to come home?
Yep, would you pick me up?
I'm gonna pick you up in my old pickup.
No, silly. Will you teleport me?
Oh, I was just gonna drive out in the old green pickup.
Yeah, might be quicker if you teleport me.
All right. You don't want to be traditional.
No, I don't want to be traditional.
1 to teleport.
Make it so, number one. Ba-da!
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you, dear.
How is it outside?
Really pretty. It's beautiful. Mikawadazi. Mikawadazi, is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. And what did I miss around here?
Oh, not much.
Did you feed the fish?
Don't need to. That's a screensaver.
Oh, right. Everything in this place is so fake. We got fake plants, fake fish, fake fires.
Fake girlfriend.
Hey! Don't listen to him. Bizan!
Oh, you want me to listen?
No, why don't you shut up? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. What did we learn today, sweetie?
I didn't learn anything.
I didn't learn much either. We were talking about Alex Jones and conspiracy theories again.
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
You know it.
Do you believe in Sandy Hook?
No. But I don't want to say it.
Do you believe in the moon landing?
Absolutely not.
Do you believe in evolution?
No.
Do you believe in the Big Bang?
No.
Do you believe in love?
Yeah. Do you believe in life after love? If you believe they put a man on the moon,
Man on the moon.
if you believe. Oh, you know what we forgot to do?
This, dig if you will a picture day.
Yeah. Usually on Tuesdays, it's dig if you will a picture. Where we dig up a picture and we see if you guys can dig it. Dig if you will this picture of Prince in an afro. He's painting a picture like Bob Ross. But if you really want to dig a picture, here's a picture, sweetie,
Yeah.
that encapsulates everything that's gone wrong in the world.
Wow, this must be some picture.
Here's a picture comparing 1917 to 2017 men, or at least men's fashion, but dig if you will this picture, you guys. Right? 1917 and man in 2017. I think the caption read something like, something has gone terribly wrong. Let me get rid of the green screen or the chroma key. You know, back in the days of the grandfathers, when my grandpa was born, this is how men dressed. 3-piece suit, hat, overcoat. Even poor people dress like this, you guys. Nowadays, it's like people have lost their minds. How did that guy get up in the morning, put on his stupid shorts, hike them way up to his belly button, put on a belt, some old icky old rusted thing, the ugliest shirt you could design. If I had to, somebody said, can you design an ugly shirt? I don't think I can dream up one that was uglier than this. Then he's got his, horrible trendy beard and the horrible haircut with a bun on top. No socks and his terrible woman's shoes. Ugh. Like if this guy had just entered a time portal.
Yeah.
And found himself walking right next to Clark Gable, whoever that is, in 1917, Clark Gable would have just knocked him out.
Yeah, and everybody would have cheered.
Yeah, he wouldn't even explain himself. He would just knock him out and walk away. We'd all know, yeah, well, that's what you get for dressing like that. Come on, get it together, you guys. We're not asking for much. Women at least try. We're putting on fake lashes and push-up bras and everything else, makeup. Good little outfits that match. Meanwhile, men are dressing like that.
I know, don't look at me.
You just wear flannels and bib overalls.
Yeah, I can't really say much.
Man, you gotta step up your game. It's time to come get back into fashion. We're sick of looking at you, the way you dress. It's foolish. Clark Sharilla says, I don't think that's Clark Gable. I don't know. I don't even know who Clark Gable is. Isn't that the guy from Gone with the Wind?
Yeah, I think so.
Frankly, my dear, I think whoever that guy is, he's probably just a model. I don't know who he is. But what a great look. Say what you will about colonized, Indians or whatever. Because I remember my grandpa, my great uncles and stuff. Those guys dress nice. You'd see pictures of them out in a fishing boat with a hat just like that. Suspenders, 3-piece suit. Go in and have to take off their jackets and stuff. Clean fish. We used to take pride. Poor old Indian guys are still just dressing great. Oh, Surrealist. Michael, Surrealist thinks you look like Clark Gable.
Oh, get out of here.
You wish you were that handsome.
Yeah, no kidding.
Heavy flow, BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Hello, my girl. Why would you need makeup if your face is covered in blessings? That's a good point. If your face is covered in blessings, why would you need makeup? You don't really need makeup.
What do you mean?
Well, makeup looks best on young people.
Yeah.
You ever see a 60-year-old woman just caked in makeup?
Yeah.
And what they're doing is they're trying to look young. They're trying to bring back the rosy cheeks and the red lips and the full eyelashes and all that. But it doesn't really work. You just look like your age wearing makeup. But then a young person doesn't need makeup because they're already young. You already have rosy cheeks, girls. You don't need to put on makeup. You're 16 years old. You don't need any of that. Those are old ladies trying to look like you. But it just breaks my heart a little bit every time I see a young girl wearing makeup. It's like, who are you doing that for? Aren't you happy with looking 17 years old? What do you want? You're 17. You don't have any wrinkles. I look at some young people's faces and it almost looks painful. How tight their skin seems to be stretched on her. It's like, you don't have a single wrinkle on you. Quit putting makeup on it. But I guess I'm just becoming an old grandma.
Yeah, you are.
So what else, sweetie? What are we going to do today?
We got a big day planned.
You going to mow the lawn?
Maybe. I might mow the lawn. We got to go over to Tom's and practice for the wake tonight?
Oh, yeah. 2 funerals this week. You and Tom going to play a little guitar?
Actually, I think Michael and Tom are.
All right. Michael, you going to play guitar for the wake?
Yeah, we're going to be some background music.
That'd be nice. It's really pretty out. We should go for a walk.
Yeah. Do you want to call it a show and go for a walk? Oh, we need to go to Walmart.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all out of groceries again.
Oh, that's right. How come we only buy like 4 days worth of food at a time?
'Cause, bread goes bad.
Yeah. Spinach.
Yeah.
Do we have enough coffee? Do we have enough muckety mush kiki waboo?
Yeah, I think we're okay for another week.
All right. I'm so hungry. Let's go to Country Kitchen.
Okay, we'll go to Country Kitchen, then we'll go to Walmart.
All right. Hey, everybody. Got a plan? Got a plan, Stan? If you would like to support the show, we have links in the description box to PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And you can order a book by Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist, on Amazon.com. He's got books for sale, like BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO is an all Ojibwe language book, except for the word "by" in the cover. Yeah,
that's true.
BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO is just like it's a kid's picture book. It's like a Jitamu means squirrel, BOOZHOO means hello. And he just goes through the forest saying, hello, bird, hello, butterfly. Then eventually he says, hello, Stephen, to an alien. It's really cute. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO by Michael Lyons at Amazon.com. Otherwise, you want to add anything? Nope, that's good. How about you, rockstar cartoonist?
Nope, I'm good.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for listening. Miigwech ga bizendawig. And thank you for watching Dash Miigwech ga ganawamieg. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO.
Okay.
That's Michael Lyons.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. How? Sweetie pie.
1 to teleport.
See you tomorrow. Make it so, number 1.